Hey there, my friends. Fantasy Warfare bonus content time. This week, we're going to take a match from 1996 and put it back in the ring. We're going to alter things just a little bit because, well, we were sold the match that we're going to do this week. Here's our bonus content. Back in 1996, Starrcade, the main event, was Roddy Piper going up against Hollywood Hulk Hogan. And for the weeks leading up into that event, and even into the match itself, much of the audience, myself included, assumed that match was for the World Heavyweight Championship. So when Roddy Piper was able to put Hulk Hogan to sleep, we all thought we had a brand new World Heavyweight Champion. But bait and switch time by WCW. Unfortunately, that was not the case. The title was never actually on the line, so Piper gets a victory in a non-title match. So this week, we're going to head back to Nashville, Tennessee in 1996 at Starrcade, but we are going to make it known out of the gate. This is for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship held by Hollywood Hulk Hogan. So in this second take of Starrcade 1996, can Roddy Piper walk away with the World Heavyweight Championship the way that we all thought he was going to back in 1996? Or will Hollywood Hogan rewrite history and keep the NWO World Heavyweight Championship in the camp of the NWO? Let's find out as we go back to 1996 in Starrcade's main event. It's Roddy Piper against Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Welcome everybody to ringside. We are at Starrcade 1996. We are in Nashville, Tennessee.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Well, we're about to hear about it.
The WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the challenger from Glasgow, Scotland, weighing in at 230 pounds, Roddy Piper!
There you hear the introduction for Roddy Piper for this World Heavyweight Championship match as part of our WWE 2K22 Fantasy Warfare bonus content, where we take classic historical matches, we put them back in the ring, and we see if the game gives us the same result as the original or an entirely different result. This one has a bit of a twist. The original Starrcade 1996 matchup between Roddy Piper and Hollywood Hulk Hogan ended up being a non-title match, but many of us believed it, as we said at the top of this segment. We believed it to be for the World Heavyweight Championship. So we're going to see what happens if the World Heavyweight Championship is actually advertised as being on the line in this one. Can Piper squeak out the victory again with another sleeper hold, or will Hollywood Hogan hang on to the NWO Championship? And here comes the head of the NWO, the dastardly Hollywood Hogan.
Introducing the champion, representing the NWO, from Hollywood, California, weighing in at 302 pounds. He is the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Hollywood Hogan!
So heading into Starrcade 1996, this story began at Halloween Havoc just 2 months earlier. Hollywood Hogan had successfully defeated the Macho Man Randy Savage in a WCW World Heavyweight Championship contest when the bagpipes, the familiar bagpipes, started playing at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada. And out came Roddy Piper in a promo that actually lasted so long that Halloween Havoc went off the air on pay-per-view with Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper still jawing it up in the ring. It was quite the unusual finish for pay-per-view to have things still going on in the ring, but in a way, it made you want to tune in the next night to Monday Nitro to see if maybe they would air what we didn't see on pay-per-view. Maybe not intentional, maybe it was intentional. Either way, in this fan's opinion, it was a good marketing ploy, because I do remember tuning in for the next episode of Monday Nitro. Can't remember if they showed the footage, but I do recall tuning into Monday Nitro as the tide was starting to turn in late 1996 from me being a sole Monday Night Raw viewer to more of a Nitro viewer. It started with those careful clicks over during Raw commercial breaks, and then something on Nitro would catch your attention. And you'd stay on Monday Nitro for the duration of the show, and before you knew it, you weren't even tuning into Monday Night Raw anymore, and I'm sure that is a part of the formula that led to the 83-week winning streak of WCW over the World Wrestling Federation in the 1990s. There you see it. Roddy Piper looking on. Hollywood Hogan also going to be looking on. This game is so bizarre sometimes. We're doing as if the introductions haven't already been done in the entrances. Kind of weird. Having these guys stand here like a ring announcer saying their name. Maybe they got an earpiece in their ear. Who knows? WWE 2K22 can be quite a weird little beast sometimes. There's the referee holding up the disgraced and tarnished WCW World Heavyweight Championship that has been spray painted with the letters of the NWO. As we were talking about, Halloween Havoc gave birth to this contest. It was also this story that gave birth to the heel Eric Bischoff. Hulk Hogan gets slammed down into the mat by Roddy Piper. Hogan has the leg of Piper up on his feet, takes Piper down to the mat with a nice little dragon screw there, a little technical expertise out of Hogan. Very smart move by Hulk Hogan to stomp away at the hand of Roddy Piper, because you never know what could happen there. If Piper, for some reason, tries to walk on that sleeper and his hand is a little bit... Hogan stepping over the top rope like a giant. That's humorous. But damaging the hand of Piper can make it tough to lock in that sleeper hold, because this time the World Heavyweight Championship is in fact on the line. There we go. Let's get it right, folks. We're keeping it in. We're keeping it live. We're doing it live. Piper with a hard shot to the jaw of Hogan. Hogan with a nice back elbow to Roddy Piper. These two guys just going to war with the World Heavyweight Championship definitely on the line. In 1996, as we've stated before, many of us thought the World Heavyweight title was on the line. When Piper got that sleeper hold locked on and got the victory, we thought we had a brand new World Heavyweight Champion, when in fact that was not the case, not even remotely the case. As Roddy Piper would only get a non-title victory over Hulk Hogan. He would later have another match with Hogan at Super Brawl, where he would be unleashed from Alcatraz after a week, if you remember those classic vignettes, as Piper gets a near fall in this one. Remember those classic vignettes from Alcatraz heading into Super Brawl 1997, which ultimately gave birth to the Macho Man Randy Savage joining the NWO. When you stop and think about it, Roddy Piper actually led to two very key and crucial members of the New World Order joining the faction in the form of Eric Bischoff and later the Macho Man Randy Savage. Going back to the original idea that this was a World Heavyweight title match, but it turned into a non-title match. I believe many fans were left disenchanted on that one, thinking that the NWO had been briefly toppled at the hands of Roddy Piper, because it had been a very good story up till then. The delicacy of Roddy Piper had been played up, as Roddy Piper had hip replacement surgery in recent years. They used the scar, they attacked that hip as a means of trying to say Piper wasn't the same strong man that he used to be. They showed the family side of Piper, something that had never really been done in WCW. So you really had this great story with Roddy Piper as Hulk Hogan hits the leg drop. Could we be on the verge of rewriting history here? And only a count of two. History does not get rewritten on that one. Roddy Piper was almost humanized in such a way that he became that sympathetic babyface leading into Starrcade 1996. So the right guy won at the event, but it was the idea that it was for the title when it really wasn't that left a lot of people with a weird feeling in their stomachs following Starrcade 1996. Nice backbreaker by Hogan. And I was among those people who had a uneasy feeling in my stomach after watching that, because I was rooting for Piper. I would have loved to see Piper unseat Hogan in 96. Piper could still go in 96. There were a lot of age jokes being made by the WWE, because WCW, nice elbow drop missed by Hogan. You know, WWE was throwing a lot of the age jokes at Hogan and Savage and Flair and Piper, and Funny enough, they use folks that would be considered old in wrestling age today. Oh, nice bulldog by Roddy Piper. Piper could still go in 96, and while I'm not the biggest fan of Hulk Hogan ever, he could still go in 96 as well. And a rope break saves Hulk Hogan on that one. Piper into the cover on Hogan. And Hogan is able to kick out before the count of 3. Piper had that sleeper hold locked on, and the only reason why Hogan got out is he got to the ropes. Jesus! Hogan is certainly looking to rewrite history in this one. He just press slammed Roddy Piper down to the floor. He says, oh, you want to put the title on the line this time? That's cool. I will make sure to leave here with the World Heavyweight Championship, and you can suck it. Referee starting the standard 10 count on the floor for Hogan and Piper. Irish whip sends Piper back into the ring. Here we go, cover by Hogan. 2, and Piper kicks out of the count of 2. Oh! Driving that knee right to the face of Piper. He could have broken a nose on that one. Which one of these two is going to be able to get the victory here? Is Piper going to be able to keep history intact but also walk away with the World Heavyweight Championship? Or is Hogan going to be able to keep the title around his waist, or I guess in his hand for some air guitar? Whatever the case may be, whatever you want to say. Whiplash by Piper. Oh, Hogan blocks that one. Big time body slam, drops Piper on his spine, awkward landing. Hogan again. Back breaker. Hogan now hitting the ropes. Could it be time for a leg drop? Yes, it is. Big time leg drop by Hollywood Hogan. He's into the cover. Referee's down with 1, down with 2, and down with 3. Hollywood Hogan rewrites history with a victory at Starrcade 1996, retaining the World Heavyweight Championship. The original bout saw Roddy Piper win in a non-title match, but here in this revisited piece of history, it's Hulk Hogan who retains the World Heavyweight Championship as part of Starrcade 1996. There goes the ref. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in for this piece of WWE 2K22 bonus content. Be sure to come back next Monday, the day after Christmas, for our next piece. And of course, tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on YouTube at 6 p.m. Eastern for bonus content, match card, and full shows of Fantasy Warfare. I'll see you next time at ringside.